Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
In this bulletin, Saneem rubbishes claims. Former Fiji TV employee handed 3-year sentence. And LTA working on end-of-life policy.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Ateda Lendua.
Registrar of Political Parties Mohammed Saneem has rubbished claims that he advised the Social Democratic Liberal Party that some of its board members should not be allowed to attend a management meeting this morning. The meeting is being held at the Southern Cross Hotel in Suva and is the first since the election of the new party executives last year. Former Party General Secretary Andilitia Ngyoni-Baravi is among those who have been told to stay away from the meeting, along with Ratu Tevita Komaisavai and Gilbert Wakalalambure, as reported by the Fiji Sun. The Fiji Sun quotes Ratu Tevita Komaisavai as claiming that he was disallowed from the meeting by Party General Secretary Emilian Duituturanga, who told him that this was the recommendation from the Registrar of Political Parties. Saneem says he never issued any such advice to SADELPA. However, we can confirm that Andilitia, Ratu Tevita and Wakalalambure are at the meeting but not part of the closed-door proceedings of the management board.
I was actually shocked that a claim in that nature has been made, and I think care must be taken when the registrar's office is implied in any sort of decisions that the party wishes to make. We simply do not engage in such matters of advice.
A 28-year-old former sales executive of Fiji Television Limited who stole more than $11,000 has been sentenced to 3 years and 7 months imprisonment by the Suva Magistrates Court. Chone Silairab pleaded guilty to 16 counts of obtaining financial advantage and 1 count of causing a loss of over $11,000 to Fiji TV last year. He failed to provide solar system installation to 6 customers after obtaining $11,996 from them. His non-parole period is 6 months. In an effort to control the increasing number of vehicles on our roads, the Land Transport Authority plans to develop an end-of-life policy to remove old vehicles from the roads. LTA Chief Executive Samuel Simpson says there are more than 131,000 registered vehicles and some of them are over 60 years old, which they're trying to slowly remove.
The issue that we have is that there are lots of new vehicles being registered, but the older vehicles, and we have some vehicles on Fiji roads which are in service every day, which are 60 years of age.
22 roadside stall owners along the Singatoka-Nandi corridor received their new lease agreements today. The 2-year leases will benefit families and rely on sales from their stalls for their livelihood. Felipe Naikaso reports.
These roadside stalls have benefited thousands of families since they were built, and the new lease agreement is an indication of support.
It's good. There's a uniform amount of all the stalls that are around the country. You would have gone around Kings Road, Queens Road, and we continue to help our small and medium enterprises who are actually doing this. They're quite happy with their stalls.
These owners don't have to pay a single cent. However, the only obligation is for them to keep the stalls neat and tidy. They also have some set of rules and regulations in terms of their safety.
It's a culture to us. We buy our groceries sometimes on the road to Nandi or to Suva or whatever it is. And these are fresh vegetables, etc., that you actually get, and fresh chutneys or whatever it is. Certain places sell different things.
However, for a couple in Yako Village, Nandi, They have raised some concerns regarding the stall being vandalized.
Some youth are damaging the stall. They are even peeling the stickers, and when it's empty, they sit around and bang the walls.
The couple also raised their issues with Minister Koya, who says they have to talk to the Turang Nikoro in relation to the concerns raised. There's also plans to build more roadside stalls around the country. Philip Naikaso, FBC News.
The Agriculture Ministry will be working with 54 new entrepreneurs in a bid to help the sector, while receiving nursery kits from the British High Commissioner George Edgar. Agriculture Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy said this is part of their strategic plan of commercializing agriculture. Dr. Reddy says the new kits will help farmers on the ground as it includes planting materials, seedlings and other agriculture resources for nurseries to help develop the sector. He said the help from the British High Commission is timely as it will further boost the work that will be done by the new entrepreneurs.
You come in a very right time in terms of assisting us meeting that particular objective of establishing nurseries. These small nurseries will multiply. This is a startup pack that they have, and from here they will be expanding and buying more nursery materials as they hook up and link up through the forward linkage with the commercial agriculture sector of PG.
Up ahead, major changes for Suva Rugby. And Amateur Boxing Championship starts today.
Oyera na ngwane no de nunu enda be singa ni mataka.
Merse sunga da kena loma dina kena mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitar lo bina na baksa ngai ka bala lo mataki na ngwane. Dala bina oya o meliki.
Bulre oya o Samuel Samuli.
Nama kiki rau enda be mataka.
Boniti kena bagrombuka.
Ni wai tini kalima na miniti me ona kina tini na kaloko. Ena radio Fiji One na ndomo ibiki.
Indaw kina na mataka. Dan ramay na singabo.
New athletes have shown great potential in representing Suva Sangam in the Suva Zone 2 meet and possibly the Coca-Cola Games in April. Officials were impressed with the results produced by the athletes, particularly in the sub-junior and junior categories during the inter-house meet with Nambour Secondary yesterday. Head of PMAC Cecil Chandra says holding a double inter-house has certainly brought out the best in the players.
We're trying to build the confidence. We know this is one of the most intense zone, and this is why we are combining, the two schools are combining. We have noticed and observed in the past that when it comes to this zone, most of our students develop this fear as they enter. So to eliminate this fear, we are trying to combine so that they are able to get confidence. And once they get confidence, they are able to perform well.
The Suva Rugby Union will be making some major changes this year as they plan to increase the number of participating teams in the Escort Shield. After a successful 2020 season and retaining the coveted Skipper Cup title third year in a row, the largest union in provincial rugby is planning to take its club competition to the next level. The secret to Suva's success is its club competition, where they're able to pick from a pool of talented players to be part of its Skipper Cup team.
Suva's depth has been the quality of its club games that we've had. That has allowed us, the coaches and the to select the best players. So that is something again that we will work on.
Western boxing clubs are determined to draw in more boxers as interest builds. The Butterfly Boxing Club and Boys in the Hood Boxing Club are currently part of the 2020 TJ's Golden Glove Boxing Championship, which kicked off today. Renina Rakautonga reports the Singatoka and Nandi-based club roped in a lot of boxers for the competition.
Lack of resources will not stop these boxers.
It was tough because we don't have rings to help the boxers to maneuver their skills in the rings, but we use the ground. for them to do their sparring there.
Nandi-based Boys in the Hood Club are hoping to get in more boxers in the 2021 season.
In the next couple of months, the problem in Nandi is our training area where we do our training, and that's where the name of our boxing club comes from, just because of the gym we are using.
Butterfly Boxing Club trainer Vilisi Kolitapa says the participant number is expected to increase despite the hardships.
Once that keeps rolling, they'll be able to support boxers that are coming in from the West. So there will be no problem in that, because there's a lot of interested boxers out there in the western side.
60 top boxers from around the country are here at the Commander Stanley Brown Gym, all vying for the top spot, and also the 2020 Golden Glove Boxer of the Year title. Vini Narakotonga, FBC Sports.
An active trough of low pressure lies just to the north of Fiji. It is expected to drift south and bring rain to the northern parts of the country later today and the rest of the country from tomorrow. That's FBC News now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For news you can trust, get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj. Take care and good afternoon.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही हैं।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।